Hi and welcome to Soulmask. So guys, I'm just going to give you a few tips, what I've learned so far of where to go, what to do when you're first starting out. But first things we're going to start with is we are going to go and start with solo friends. And what we're going to do here is I'm just going to run through briefly the advanced settings, but we're going to call this tips. Now, if you want to allow players, you could do that. You can adjust it up to 8. This is only for your friends, so you could put a password in there. We're going to leave that off for now. Now, you do have these different settings. Now, if you check casual, it's going to tell you everything: a longer daylight, harder to get hungry, easy, a little bit better. Right now, we've been playing on normal, so I'm going to leave it at that for now. So then we go into advanced settings. Now, you do have a bunch of settings in here. This is crazy. Now, if you hover over these, they will tell you exactly what it is for. So just look through everything. They have broken it down too. So this is all like general. This is the experience, so on and so forth. Even building decay, you could turn that off so it doesn't decay at all, which is great. You got PvP if you want to go and play PvP on a server or anything like that. So, and then you have a lot of different buttons over here. So just read through everything, check it out. So now when you've entered the game, you're going to see your UI like this. So I'm just going to explain a couple of little things at the bottom there. So you've got your red bar, that's the HP, your health bar. On the right side, you've got the green, that's your stamina. And right below that, you've got the yellow, and that is your resilience bar. Now, in the middle of that, you've got your first button, which is mask energy. Then you've got the, well, looks like the person is sleeping. That is your morale level. Then you've got weight, hunger, and thirst. Now, for the mask level, whenever you press, like, right now, all you're going to have access to is that Q button. It's going to start reducing that level. Now, you can get it back when you go in to visit any of these runes here. You're going to get some of the green gems that you're going to be able to refill it. It's a sunstone. Just click on it and it'll help fill your mask back up. Now, for your morale level, the best way to increase that is to either sit on a mat or lie down in a bed. Now, the mat is a lot slower than the bed, but if you don't have access to the bed right away, you could just sit on the mat, wait it out. Try to keep that as high as possible. It doesn't always have to be at the top. 75% is good, but when it starts getting a little too low, it starts causing weight issues, so you have reduced weight, and it'll also start reducing your stamina. So yeah, trying to keep that up is always the best thing. Then you've got your hunger bar. So that is, you can get that back up by eating. If that gets to about, I want to say it's around between 50 and 40%, it's, to me, it gets the screen all blurry. It's like, okay, you know what? You need to eat now. Then there's your thirst. That you can get from any water source. So any pond, any lake, any ocean, and even a well. Anything will give you water. It will not harm you at all. So that is great. So at the very, very bottom, you're going to notice your awareness strength. So this is where you're going to get a lot of your XP going. And this is what everything is unlocking for. So in certain things here, it's going to tell you need an awareness strength of 10. This needs an awareness strength of 1, so on and so forth as you're going through. It not only goes for that, but it also goes for in here. Some of these things are going to ask you for an awareness strength of a certain level. So you need to get that up. So the first thing I would ask you to do is to get that up to an awareness strength of 5, so that when you're in here, you can get that bonfire going. So that, yeah, awareness 5. And as soon as you unlock that, that is when you are going to get your first tribe member. They're going to come over and all you have to do is hit the F1. Now, I find when you're trying to harvest and things like that, the best thing to do is to use a scythe. So as soon as you are able to, just go into here. First, unlock your campfire. And then what you're going to do is you're going to try and find your tools. So open up that scythe as soon as possible. As soon as you have a scythe, what it's going to do, it is going to cause a little more of an area to be harvested instead of picking it one by one. So you can get a bigger area at a time, which is going to be a lot better, a lot quicker, and a lot more resources for you. Now, when it comes to crafting through your inventory, if you right click on the item, you're going to notice that you can craft 1, craft 10, or craft all, and that the craft 10 does not have any shortcut key to go with it. Now, while you're crafting, you're going to notice different color backgrounds. There are different tiers to weapons, tools, and armor, and we're going to go and show you each one of them. So we have the white, which is common. Then it comes to green, which is good, blue, which is fine. Then we got the purple, which is excellent. And then after that, you've got epic, which is yellow, and then legendary, which is red. So every time you repair armor, tools, or weapons, you lose a durability of 10%. Now, the tapir are not an aggressive animal unless you harm them. If you hit them, yes, they're going to attack. Other than that, the only other time that they will come after you is when they are a guardian beast at one of the ancient runes. To assign work to your tribesmen, just go up to them, press and hold the E, and now you're going to see where it says tribesman work. Click that, and then you're going to hit the plus, go on the other side, choose what you want them to do. Camp upkeep is always a good one. That way they'll stock the bonfire, they'll make sure your camp is always in perfect condition. Then you can add another one, and this is where you could tell them, okay, you want them to do this or that. Wild collection, that's just going to be out there gathering stones, logs, and any plants. So you can just have that, but make sure that you do put a storage box down so that they can put the stuff inside the storage box. Now, after you've done the storage box, what you want to do is you want to go over to the campfire and you want to tell it to only allow certain types of fuel. Now, they will put everything. So if you take off the logs, tree bark, hardwood, and the premium hardwood, then they're not going to use that to fuel the fire. Now, if you want to organize your boxes, just place a few boxes down, go up to it, and now you're going to go to the bottom of the screen there, and you're going to choose at the top what you would like. So you could choose either plants, minerals, and when you're inside, you can keep them all, or you could turn them all off. And you can also have the option of choosing different ones, and that is all that's going to go into that box. So it's up to you what you would like to do. So you can organize only one item in a box, or you can put all items in a box, or you can put all of like just the plants in a box, tools in another box, and minerals in another box. Now you can use Q when you're getting close to a tribal camp, or if you just want to see your current surroundings to see if there's any enemy. It's going to highlight them all in red, and it's going to show their name above. That way you know what you're up against, if it's something that is friendly, something that's an enemy, and it gives you a better idea of what to expect. So once you've defeated all the enemy inside of the camp, you want to go and you want to open up their loot boxes. Now these loot boxes are going to contain the sunstone, which is going to be to help your energy and your mask, and also the green gemstone. As soon as you have your stones, what you're going to do is you're going to go over to this machine here and interact with it. Now it's going to ask you to press and hold E. Do that. Then what you want to do is press Y, and you want to open up the core function of the mask. And then from there, you're going to go back to this machine. You're going to interact with it again. And this is what is going to give you your control. So this is how you can control your tribesmen. Now that you have the control on your mask, what you can do is you can click on the connection enhancement. You can increase that 3 times. So this is what's going to allow you to get more tribesmen. Now, if you're at a camp and you're wondering, should I take him? If you have this quality assessment right there unlocked, what that's going to be allowing you to do is check their stats, check their levels, check to see if they're recruitable, and if they have if they're a novice or anything like that. So you just press Q, hold it, and it's going to tell you what their name is, their stats. It's going to tell you if they're recruitable, and there's the skills right below it. Now, if there is a enemy that you would like to keep, then what you could do is, if you notice, you can right click, and you can mark them or unmark them. So let's say that's the one we want. We'll just right click. We've marked them. You'll see that little arrow above. So that also lets your teammates know that this guy is the one that you want. Now, in order to take him as a teammate or a tribesman, what you need to do is you need to get his health down to just below the 20% mark. So now you've got him down to just below 20%. What you want to do is You're going to go up to him. You're going to see that E pop up. And what you're going to do is you're going to press E. That's going to deter him. Now, you don't have to worry about him. So what you could do is you can give him some broth. You have to give him some liquid food. You just open his inventory, grab the food, put it in, press E. You can feed him. And from there, what you could do is take him back. Yes, I did take his purple pants. Don't worry about it. It's okay. He doesn't need them right now. If he's bleeding, you could put a bandage on him and press E, and it's also going to stop the bleed. Now you just pick him up, you bring him back to camp, wait for his recognition to hit 500, and then you can recruit him. So if you want an early game alpaca, then go to this location. So what that is just an ancient rune. It has outcasts in there. If you have a stone spear and a wooden shield and you're good at just taking out one, make sure you use your Q. Take one out at a time. And you'll notice that they have an alpaca in there. So we're just going to defeat all these guys. So what you're going to do once you've defeated the last one, you're going to go inside here, pick up the alpaca, go up to it, pick it up. Just take him out with you. But what you want to do though is put him down so you could start his growing process. And then you could just pick him back up and take him with you. Now when you have him in your arms, you can't do anything with him. You're going to have to put him down, and when you put him down, he is not going to run away. Now, we are at the Western Rainforest Scout. So what you want to do when you get to a scout is you want to take out the barbarian. Not the barbarian scout, but just the barbarian. Get him out of there. Get rid of him. You don't need him. So that will leave you normally with the scout and a bush dog for the early game. So what you're going to do is you're going to go and now take out the bush dog. And once the bush dog is gone, take out the scout. Now you're not going to fully kill the scout. You just want to get it down to about 20% or less, because what you're going to do is you're going to get some information out of her. So now that you have this scout, now don't try to kill her. You just want to get her down to about 20%. And as soon as you get her down to about 20%, you are going to be able to press E and extract the information from her, which is going to open up the map, and you won't have as much fog of war. Now, as soon as you have gotten the information out of her, kill her right away, because she will attack. Then when you open up your map, what you're going to see is that you've opened up a good amount of area. And I hope this was able to help you. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. You can come to my Discord, or you can catch me on a live stream or any video for Soulmask and ask, and I'll try to help you. And on that note, I wish you all a good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.